The Keys to Success Jim Rohn, this book abstract, is intended to provide just a glimpse of this wonderful book with the hope that you may like to read the original book at leisure and enjoy its real beauty. Introduction. My commitment is to make the money you have spent and the time you will spend on these pages worthwhile, especially the time. I have learned that you can always get more money, but you can never get more time. But please don't gallop through from the first page to the last. Take notes, pause from time to time, put the book down, reflect. Fundamentals. I may write some things that are controversial. If I can provoke you to think, then I consider worth it. No person has all the truth. I don't claim to know it all, but I have found some answers. I have used them and they have been very beneficial in my personal and business life, and that is what I want to share with you. I don't expect you to follow everything I say, but I hope you take what makes sense, think about it, give it a try and refine it to suit yourself. Set your life on the course to success. Chapter 1. What I hope you will find in reading this book. 1. Sincerity. Mine and yours. 2 ideas. There is nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. It might just be a good time to look ahead and think about the type of person you want to be, the business you want to have, and the bank balance you desire. 3. Inspiration. Inspiration is somewhat of a mystery. You can't change people. I used to waste a lot of time trying to change people, but people can change themselves. What I have found is that if you share your experiences sincerely with someone, they could be ready for a change, but you really don't know. 4. Guidelines. Everyone can use a little coaching for their business life or family life or health. 5. Translation. The translation of my words into your life is up to you. I want you to get measurable results, but to do this, you have to translate these guidelines into your personal situations, your income, your health, your family life, your bank account. How to get the most out of this book. 1. Be thankful to what you already have. Thanksgiving seems to open up the channels for receiving more. Cynicism stops the flow of good ideas, but thankfulness for your education, freedom, democracy, culture, health, and opportunity will open you for more blessings. 2. Be eager to learn. No matter what you have learned, be eager to learn more. Sometimes, in the Millionaires Club that I belong, we have a billionaire come and talk to us because we always have more to learn. 3. Argue later. For my aim is to provoke thought, not to give all the answers. The answers may be within you. By listening to a variety of voices, you can take the ideas and opinions of others and modify whichever of them you have to. As yourself, how do these ideas line up against my own experience? Make sure whatever action you take then is the product of your own conclusion. 5. Read with attention. Give these pages the best of your attention. The major keys to successful living. 1. Philosophy. This comes from using your mind to think, to process ideas and information. This process establishes a guidance system or a philosophy to get us through life emotionally, economically, spiritually, and every other way. This system needs to be constantly refined. Philosophy is the major factor in how your life works out. What car you drive, where you live, what you wear, what you earn. We all need a wind to blow us to our dreams, but there is not much you can do about the wind. You need to set sails to make the most of it. That is what the philosophy is all about, using your mind to think so that you can refine the set of your sails. The conversations you have with people you admire, sermons, literature, and seminars can all help you constantly refine your guidance system and set a better sail. 2. Attitude. Have a good attitude about the past. Treat it as a school or a teacher from whom you can learn. Don't let the past beat you, but teach you. Don't bear it like a burden. It will affect your health. You may have made mistakes. This makes for experience, and we can learn from that. How you feel about the future is just as important. Have a good attitude looking to tomorrow. Set goals. The future is promise. The promise is an awesome force, but you must be prepared to pay for the future with the present. Nothing is free. If the promise is clear, the price is easy. Have an educated attitude about everybody. You can't succeed alone. It's hard to find a rich hermit. Each of us needs all of us. Learn to appreciate all of us. Learn to appreciate everybody's participation. Value everybody's gifts. How you feel about yourself is important too. Self-esteem is the greatest step of progress towards success. You must develop self-worth, self-value. I believe that the greatest deterioration of self-esteem comes through lack of simple disciplines. Self-esteem begins to deteriorate when you do a little less than you can and let yourself off the hook. It is the beginning of a slippery downward slope. Society doesn't care if you become financially independent or if you look after your health. Neglect is like an infection that, if not attended to, will become a disease. One neglect leads to another like a domino effect. But the simplest, easy discipline returns self-esteem. Begin a simple discipline of making a journal entry every day. The simple things are the first building blocks because all disciplines affect each other. The good news is that each new discipline affects the rest and leads to new ones. 3. Activity. New life comes from labor, not from ideas and information. Affirmation alone will not do it. Commitment to labor leads to the miracle of new life. First, do what you can. Ponder the question, what am I not doing that would be easy to do? If you wish to learn a language, commit yourself to 3 words a day. That equals 1,000 words a year. What is easy to do is always easy not to do. Second, do the best you can. Always do more than what you get paid for to make investment in your future. Should, could, will, it will change your life. You can handle complicated disciplines if you can handle small ones, so practice small stuff first. 4. Results. Philosophy plus attitude plus activity equals result. Self-development, the first step. TOWARDS. Success. Chapter 2. Personal development. The major challenge of life is to see what we can become, not to see what we can get. The major question to ask of your job is, what am I becoming here? Not what you can get out of your job. Mr. Schoaf said to me, if you work hard on your job, you can make a living, but if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. Economics is the value you bring to the marketplace. This is what we get paid for. Some get 5/HR and some others $500/HR. You must ask, how do I climb this ladder? You can't get rich by demand. You get rich by performance. In this way, you can increase your value by 2, 5, 10 times. There is plenty of room at the top. The bottom is crowded. If you want to increase your hourly rate, try whistling or smiling more while you work. Try improving your attitude, make yourself good to be around. It can lead to higher pay. The philosophy that will help you climb the ladder. You can do this step by step. Start trying to be worth twice as much to your company. Render service beyond what is required, and you will be making an investment in future that will bring incredible results. Even if you have a lousy job, you can still increase your value. If you don't, you will always have a lousy job. You have to work on yourself before you can get a better job. Become more valuable to your family also. As you become more effective and skillful at the marketplace, you should become more effective and skillful at home. J.F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, but rather ask what you can do for the country. Honor, self-esteem, and fortunes are made solving people's problems. If you think you are too busy to care about anybody else, you will always be poor and pitiful. Self-care leads to poverty. Self-investment leads to fortune. The fellow who arrives late, puts in a lazy day, takes a long lunch break, and leaves early is sowing the seeds of his own disaster. Don't look for a better job. The better job is looking for a better you. Work on your skills, your language, your vocabulary. Take classes, read books. Climbing the ladder of opportunity at home and at work, learn the lesson of the seasons. You can't change seasons, but the good news is that you can change yourself. You will always have opportunity mixed with difficulty. Sometimes there's more difficulty, sometimes there's more opportunity. 1. Learn how to handle the winters. Winters come every year. Be stronger, wiser, and better to deal with winters. 2. Learn how to take advantage of the spring. You must plant in the spring or you will beg in the autumn. In the spring, you must hurry because it doesn't last forever. 3. In the summer, you must nourish your values and fight your enemies. In the garden, the weeds start to grow and become a threat. Be hostile to remove weeds. 4. In the harvest or autumn, reap without complaint. Complaining is an illness that can become a terrible disease. Take full responsibility for the harvest. The 3 keys to personal development. 1. Physical. Treat your body like a temple. It is a good support system to your dreams. Vitality plays an important role in success. Take care of your appearance too. How we get valued in the marketplace is also dependent on how we look. 2. Spiritual. Honor your spiritual side. 3. Mental. We need mental food to nourish the mind. Books and seminars help. Have a good personal development library. Have an ant philosophy. They think of winters and summers. Become the best you possibly can. Read autobiography and biography. Develop the abilities essential for success. Chapter 3. Understanding success. 4 steps to success. 1. Be a student of good ideas. Learn to log them and keep a journal of good ideas in any area. Don't trust your memory. Be serious about your future. 2. Have good plans. Plans are putting good ideas to work to make your dreams come true. You need a good health plan, financial plan. Develop good strategies, concepts, and details. Keep adding refinement and experience to your bank of knowledge. This is how you build up equities of the mind and treasures of the heart, the soul, the spirit, such as health and good marriage and friendships. 3. Learn to handle the passing of time. There are 2 things that will destroy you quicker than anything: greed and impatience. Greed is a deadly disease. Zig Ziglar says, greed is not necessary in order to become wealthy. Learn to invest in yourself and in other people, and you can become wealthy without greed. 4. Learn to solve problems. Write your problems down on one side of a sheet of paper. This will help you analyze them. I have found that there are 3 questions that will help solve any set of problems. First, ask, what could I do? When looking at problems, search your mind for possibilities and options for things to do. List your alternatives and evaluate them. This would take too long. This would cost too much in writing on the page. Your first answer to this question might be, I don't know what I could do. That's okay. Ask yourself the next question, what could I read? Because a book might contain the results of someone else's research into your problem. A couple of days of reading can give you access to a lifetime of someone else's hard work. There is no substitute for reading books. Don't leave reading until too late. If you have read several books and still haven't found the answer, ask yourself the 3rd question. Who can I ask? You should not hesitate to ask for help. See if you can solve the problem yourself first to develop your own mental muscle. Remember that practice is as valuable as an answer. It helps you develop the skill, not just the answer. An answer is temporary, but a skill is permanent. Keep going until you develop the skill. When you show someone what you have done, they will know that their advice will not be wasted. There are times when it is legitimate to ask, will you help me? But a better question is, will you teach me? Conduct in the marketplace. We should all be students of the marketplace. Language. Some stories may be suitable for a bar, but not the marketplace. But good language is acceptable anywhere. Habits. Be careful about your habits costing you. Dress. Different corners of the marketplace have different dress standards. Only bring your skill to the marketplace, not your need in all this. Be open to getting some help. Ask someone who has your interests at heart for advice and feedback on how you are going in all these aspects. The 5 abilities. 1. Develop the ability to absorb. Think about each day. Store occasions away in your memory bank. Remember the occasion as much as the notes from the meeting or seminar. Absorb the people and their energy, not just their ideas. Treasure the sights, sounds, smells, and flavors. Observe and absorb. 2. Develop the ability to emotionally respond. Let your emotions respond to life. 3. Develop the ability to reflect. It makes the past more valuable. Run the tapes again of your intellectual and emotional experiences. Take a few moments to go over the day at the end of it to lock it in. What went right and what went wrong today? How did you feel? Use your journal to record it all. At the end of the week, take a few hours to go over everything you have done during the past 7 days. At the end of the month, take half a day to go back over everything. At the end of a year, take a weekend to contemplate the last 365 days of your life. Treasure the past and invest it in your future. 4. Develop the ability to act. Don't waste your first 3 abilities by not acting on them. You write a check on the past through action for the future. Treasures of friendship, income, relationships, and good health will flow back to you in abundance. 5. Develop the ability to share, affect someone else. There is no greater experience. Pass on what you know. Practice the art of sharing by first sharing every little thing, and then life will give you something big to share. I started motivating for free. Then someone offered to pay me. I get so excited doing seminars because I get to this good stuff over and over again. When you share, everybody wins. The person who shares may win more than the person who receives. When I share excitement, I always get excited. You cannot hold more until you pour out for others' heart, soul, experiences. Unlike a glass which stays the same size, with human beings, the more you pour out, the more you grow, and the more you can give out again. You can start a chain reaction and you never know where it will end. It may do wonders for someone else, but it will also do wonders for you. Lifestyle. I believe that what constitutes a good life is balance. The 4 parts of a good life. 1. Pleasure. Good taste is an education. 2. Happiness. Happiness doesn't just blow in your window. You have to educate yourself for it. To create happiness, you have to study it. I have learned that happiness is an art. It needs to be fashioned and designed. I can guarantee that when you think of ways to make others happy, it will make you happy. Money has little to do with it. 3. Joy. 4. Ecstasy enlightens self-interest. It is different from selfishness. Selfishness is like a greed, hopping for something at the expense of others, wanting more than your share. My studies revealed that it is okay if everybody wins. Great wealth, great respect, great treasure, great trophies, great fortune, great feeling comes from service to many. Be disciplined when the amounts are few, and then you can be ruler when the amounts are many. If you can't be wise with your paycheck, who would entrust a fortune to you? If you take care of small things in your charge, you will qualify for bigger responsibilities. Life operates to give us what we deserve, not what we need. The great universal law states, if you plant, you will reap. If you search, you will find. Who deserves to find? Those who search for the truth. For good ideas, you have to go to the library, the class, the book, in church, at the seminar. If you wish to receive, you must give. First give. If you give, it's invested. What do you expect from an investment? A return multiplied. If you give, everyone wins because you also get a return with interest. It's much better to give than receive, because it starts a receiving process. You must always pay a fair price. The uneducated person wants things for nothing, or they want them cheap. If you get something for nothing, you can be nothing. Paying makes something of your character, your skill, your time, your substance. Learn to give for what it makes you as a person. Develop the art of good communication, Chapter 4. Communication. Understand that the words are almost godlike in power. Communication is affecting other people with words. 4 steps to good communication. 1. Have something good to say. First, you must be prepared. And to prepare well, you need to prepare with purpose and prepare on purpose. Communication needs to be a daily practice. You don't need to use all your preparation, but people will get the sense that you have a wealth to draw on. Be interested in life and people. Study people, their backgrounds, their mannerisms, their temperaments. Be fascinated. Interested people ask, does it work? Fascinated people ask, how does it work? Ask, what makes people act like that? How come I react like this? Turn frustration into fascination. You'll learn more. Be sensitive. Compassion opens closed doors. Be knowledgeable. Keep learning, keep listening, keep attending classes. Spend a part of your income on continuing self-education. Life is worthwhile if you keep learning. Roman 2, life is worthwhile if you try. Roman 3, life is worthwhile if you stay. Roman 4, life is worthwhile if you care. 2, say it well. Be sincere. Practice to get better, sharper, more effective. In all communications, brevity is important. To speak well, have your own style. Pick up things from others, but don't copy. It's not so much what you say, but how you say it. Have a good working vocabulary. Studies reveal a relationship between vocabulary and behavior. 3, read your audience. See how they are reacting. First, read body language. Be a good listener. Listen to questions, nuances in voices, and a sense of emotion. Read what you feel. 4, be intense. Words loaded with emotion makes your conversation powerful. Express courage, passion, commitment, love in the intensity of your delivery. Words without emotion are like pinpricks. Words with emotion are like spears which can drive through the heart. Your emotions must be well measured. Don't use emotion for a minor point. 5, identify with your audience. The art of persuasion. Become a good storyteller. Collect stories for every situation. Best way to get a point across is through a story. Learn to tell your own story to illustrate a point. Have accurate facts. Use and acknowledge quotes. Flowers don't speak. The words on the card do. Use straight talk. Offer solutions. Take your audience into the future. Show them possibilities, the potential, the solutions. Put out a challenge. Describe to others the better person they can become. You can teach them to look to the future and the people they can become. The best challenge, let's go out and do it. Let's is so powerful. Have a passionate belief. Use your time effectively. Chapter 5. The management of time. Your time is yours. You decide how to use it. Your life is yours. You decide how to live it. Success is not money or style, but progressive realization of your goals. One approach to time management is to ignore it altogether. Another approach to time management is to work longer and harder. But there is a point where you can't work harder. It's not the hours you put in, but what you put in the hours. You can always work smarter. Time management essentials. 1, a written set of goals. We humans are affected by 5 things: the environment, physical, social, political, events in family, community, nation, and the world, the results achieved, not achieved, knowledge, and the dreams. Results reward us with assets or liabilities. Knowledge is wealth, but dreams shape our future. Have dreams. An ancient prophet said, "Without a vision, the people perish." Unless we see the rewards, we aren't motivated to work. You can face the future with anticipation or apprehension. Most people do the latter because they have left it to others. If you can't see the future, you walk timidly. What sort of health do you want? Do you want to be rich? Read the books and envision it. People will do extraordinary things if they have strong enough reasons to go to the library. Take the class, do the work. Strong dreams are like magnets. A good list of goals will not only pull you, it will pull you through bad times and difficulties. Set goals. I challenge you to stop now and make a list of all your life's goals. Take as much time as you need. It's fascinating. List everything that you want to do to achieve. Then mark the ones you can achieve in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and 10 years. If you don't have 10-year goals, you are thinking too short-term. Now go through 1-year goals and list out 5 most important. This is prioritizing. Ask yourself, why? What is so important about them? Write a short pair about that. It is almost magical effect. When the why gets strong, the how gets easy. Many people get lost in how of getting success. Prioritize your goals. Purpose is stronger than object. You may want to have $1 million home, but ask, what for? Ask yourself, what kind of person must I become to achieve all I want? Write another short para answering this question. This philosophy can be life-changing. What is the major purpose of setting goals? To entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them. This is the greatest value in life. The classes I'd have to take, the skills I'd have to acquire, and the knowledge and philosophy I'd have to develop are important, not money. Set the kind of goals that will make something of you. Don't join the easy crowd. In my circles, expectations are colossal. To live at the summit, the skills, the commitments, and dedication are incredible, and that is what is important. Strive for perfection, the prophet said. You can't achieve perfection, but striving for the same is the key. Beware, don't sell out. Don't set goals that will require you to sacrifice friendships or violate integrity or compromise on your virtue or your value. The greatest source of unhappiness is within you, not outside. When you do less than you could and you let yourself off the hook, it's a slippery slope. Everyone must suffer one of the two pains, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs pounds. One ancient script asks the question, what if you gained the whole world and it cost you your soul? Would it be worth it? 2. Constant review. Go over your goals regularly and if necessary, make another list and another until you get it right. 3. Priorities. Don't spend a lot of effort on something that doesn't yield much equity. 4. A written set of plans. Essential to time management is having a game plan. Include all commitments. Set it out visually on a wall planner or a whiteboard. 5. Learn to separate major from minor. 6. Don't mistake movement for achievement. You can be very busy going nowhere or going in circles. 7. Concentration. Wherever you are, be there. 8. Learn to say no. This is essential. Learn to say no to activities and to people who do not do good to you. Never mistake the power of influence. It's powerful and subtle. We don't let people drive us off course, but we might let them nudge us off course. That can lead us somewhere else. You can't change destination overnight, but you can change direction overnight. Find people whom you want to be around. Spend more time with them. If they aren't available, spend time with their books. 9. When you work, work. When you play, play. Don't play at work and don't work at play. 10. Analyze yourself. Ask yourself, when am I at my best? Work out when you get your best work done. This may change throughout your life. 11. Have a look at your habits. 12. Improve telephone skills too. 13. Develop a hassle list. Make a list and take them out of your plate at the least cost. 14. Read the good books on time management. Read Bliss McLaken. 15. Become more alert to antiquated systems. 16. Learn to ask questions up front. Can save a lot of time and avoid confusion. 17. Learn to think on paper. Keep a journal. Keep notes of ideas. A project book is also valuable. Maintain a to-do list. The Formula for Financial Success, Chapter 6. Financial independence. Some people think that you have to step on people and compromise yourself or become greedy to become wealthy. This is not true. If you could do better, should you? Or should you pray instead? I believe in prayer, but I also believe in action. Scriptures say that 6/7 of our lives is to be devoted to enterprise. Poverty is not a virtue. We should be wealthy so that we can help poor. With a normal income and a normal working life, it is possible to be financially independent. This is being wealthy. It means being able to live from income of your resources. Some may be happy with a modest income, some may need millions. First, you need a good philosophy. The philosophy of poor is to spend money and invest what is left. Rich people invest their money and spend what is left. It is not the amount that makes the difference, it is the philosophy. Mr. Schoaf said, "Set a goal to become a millionaire." I thought that could hardly be possible. But I found out it was fairly simple. Everybody has the money. Poor people have the money to spend on self-development books. It is not the money, but how it is allocated, how it is spent. You also need to reallocate your resources, both time and money, if you wish to be financially independent. When you learn to do this, your life can dramatically change. I was in a hurry and wanted to do it fast, so I worked extra hard on that. First, I increased my income by becoming more valuable in the marketplace, and then I developed a strategy for putting it to work. Ask yourself, what are my present allocations of resources and my disciplines taking me? Look 1, 3, 5, 10 years ahead. Are they taking you where you want to go? Celebrate if the answer is yes, but if it is no, then let's fix it. My strategy for financial independence begins with $1. I teach teenagers to never spend more than 70 cents. You have to put together a financial statement. It is a picture of where I am financially. At the moment, he showed me how to subtract liabilities from assets to discover my net financial worth. How it looks is not important, doing it is important. Makes you see what is wrong. Allot 10 cents to charity. This teaches character. Allot 10 cents for active capital. This is the money which will make profit. Wages make a living, profits make a fortune. The secret is not to use all your profit. Don't eat your seed corn. Use the last 10 cents as passive capital. Invest it for interest and let the interest compound. Strict ratios are not important. Getting started is important. Increase your skills, become more knowledgeable, set aside more and use less and less. When you move to my circle, you can live on 10% of your income. You must keep strict accounts. Set yourself an at least list of things to be done in a year. Whatever you don't use, you lose, whether it is talent, energy, or ability. When much is given, much is required. Finally, have a good look at your attitude. Don't hate paying bills, taxes. It is like feeding the goose that lays golden eggs, even if it eats too much. Let others live small lives, but not you. By reading this book, you are already in the top 5%. I love motivating people like you. Don't cry over small hurts and argue over non-essentials. If you work on your gifts, they will make a place for you. You will get invitations from places you never dreamt about, places that will awe you. Ask for God's help, but never make it an excuse for inactivity. You are surrounded by opportunity and possibilities.